Hey Blessedies, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin of Erin Does It All, and this is a Sims build challenge, Sims 4 build challenge. So in this video, I will be trying to build the reality house for the reality house challenge, except I got tired of building it halfway through, so I didn't finish building it. So this video is gonna be in parts, and then whenever I eventually finish building it, the reality house members will be moved back into this house, because as you can see, they're there on the lot right now, but I ended up moving them because I wanted to hurry up and start the what's it called, the series. Duh, I'm so slow. So yeah, they're on the lot while I'm building. I'll pop up a picture. I'll pop up the, what's it called, what's that thing called? Oh, the mood board. I'll pop up the mood board for what I'm trying to do. It's just a mood board. I'm trying my best to make it, one moment cutie, as close to the reference photos as possible, but you'll see that I am lacking a lot of stuff that would make the perfect replica. This is going to be far from the perfect replica. Also, I need to learn how to size Sims houses, because this thing turned out way too big, and I found myself like struggling to figure out what to put in all the space that I made. And I don't want to just go out and delete half the house, because you'll see in the video that I built out quite a bit of the house. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with all the rest of this space that's in the house. I didn't hardly know what to do with the backyard, y'all, so we'll see. But yeah, so I'm gonna throw some music on as usual. It's probably already playing. Drop a comment below if you're getting tired of hearing me say it's probably already playing. But yeah, I'm gonna throw the music on and maybe speed this up a little bit more, and I'll pop up a picture of each rooms. I'm gonna pop up the mood board, and I'm also gonna pop up a picture of each room that I'm working on, so you guys can see what the inspiration is. And yeah, all right, bye. Hey Blessedies, just popping back in here to let you guys know that as you can see, that space is huge. So I'm just trying, this is just me trying to fill in the rest of the space. As you can see, I have the living room and the dining room finished, so I'm just filling in space with other stuff. So yeah, just doing what I can. That's all that's going on here. But yeah, when I get to the next parts that are inspired, then I'll pop those pictures. Excuse me. I'll pop those pictures up for you guys. Hey Blessedies, just popping in to say that here you're gonna see a little bit of gameplay. I'm just seeing how they're interacting with the environment, and also just like I couldn't get my lights to stay on, and I found out later that apparently the house was off the grid, and I had no idea that that was a freaking lot trait. And so I didn't find that out until later. I did some research. It's been quite some time since I've played Sims, besides what you guys have been recently seeing. I think it's been a couple years since I actually last played Sims. So yeah, I had to figure out how to turn my lights on and change my lot traits and all that. So you're probably gonna see the power go out one more time during the build, and then I figured it out that I could change the lot trait. So yeah. Popping in again to say that none of the bathroom pics I have like the toilet side of the bathroom, so I'm just kind of freehanding that and doing what I want there. So yeah. Just so we're clear, this is inspiration for a library, not a closet. I know it is a closet in the picture, but it was giving me lightweight Beauty and the Beast library vibes, so that's what I wanted it to be. All right, Blessedies, thank you so much. If you made it this far in the video, go ahead and drop I don't know, drop any emoji in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is the end of part 1 of the build. I'll be back with part 2 when I'm feeling up to it. This was very exhausting to make, not gonna lie, but yeah, watching it makes me want to go back and finish building. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I love you. Be abundantly blessed, and may you be in health and prosper even as your souls prosper. Bye.